We have another trailer for House of the Dragon Season 2 with about a month ago until the premiere. Things are definitely heating up. We're going to see a lot more drops of clips, images, and just tidbits in interviews, so I'm super excited as they're ramping up. So I wanted to talk, or, ramble for a bit about this newest trailer and things that stood out to me. I'm not going to break it down scene by scene just because I think that's too much with this trailer. First, do you think they decided to drop the trailer hours after Ring of Power Season 2's trailer just as an FU to Amazon? I'd like to think so. Networks being petty little internet trolls would just be the best. I mean, this is already the stupidest timeline, so why not? Okay, so we know Season 2 begins 10 days after the end of Season 1. In those 10 days, a lot has probably happened, including the Greens knowing Luke is dead, war is fully begun, and they need to start shoring up their allies now. A line that stood out to me is Aegon going F dignity, I want revenge. Obviously, he said the whole F word, but YouTube is super weird nowadays. It's most likely a reference to payback for Blood and Cheese, but it could also be him deciding what to do with the death of Luke via Aemond and seeing the Blacks moving and taking what Aegon considers his territory after usurping the throne. We know that he throws a feast in lore to celebrate Aemond's war crime, so it'd be interesting if Alicent is saying, hey, throwing a feast for a dead boy in kinslaying is not a good look, and we need to look like the good guys here. We need people on our side. And Aegon is just fully in his Joffrey, my daddy never loved me, so now I'm a psycho with too much power mode. Aemon, of course, is loving it. A while back, there was an interview where Ewan Mitchell, the actor for Aemon, talked about how there's a bit of mixed feelings to Aemon killing his nephew. One, that it was a horrible accident that went too far when he lost control of his dragon, but also a sense of justice that he finally got what was coming to him, and that, the little boy sort of deserved it, even though Aemon was going to kill someone and he slashed his eye in self-defense. But don't tell Team Green that, because apparently they think a child should die for self-defense. Now, if this is 10 days after Season 1, the timing might not work out for this to be the feast for the job of the war criminal, and probably again is most likely Blood and Cheese. I think Rhaenyra asking Daemon if he accepts her as his queen and ruler is a bit more than Daemon's lust for the throne. Daemon has bloodlust. He's talked about how his sword craves blood, and he also has a lot of battle/war experience. It will be hard for him to listen to Rhaenyra, someone without all that experience and who's trying to hold the realm together and just not go all fire and blood. It's going to be interesting to see if Daemon scoffs more at Rhaenyra's reasons and the prophecy Viserys shared with her. I think overall, though, we are going to see Daemon pushing back a lot against Rhaenyra and not completely listening to her and the problems that causes. Now, we finally get to see Cregan Stark from the front, and it is crazy how much a wig and different hair color can change someone. Tom Taylor looks so different. He also looks so good. I love the entire look of Lord Stark. Of course, as I mentioned last teaser, Jace's actor Harry got a glow up due to his mistake of having a haircut they couldn't work with at the beginning of Season 1 filming. For Season 1, he needed that horrible wig, but Season 2, with his hair growing out and him not getting the wrong haircut before filming, they have improved his look quite a bit. Also a great way to show the passage of time, as he's been flying multiple places to get support for his mother. So of course his hair is all grown out, and he hasn't thought, hey, maybe in the middle of this horrible war and getting allies for my mom, I should get a haircut. Generally on the top of people's minds. So I really look forward to seeing all the North scenes. I'm so excited about Cregan Stark. And obviously going to the wall, there's thoughts of Cregan sharing what exactly the Starks do, which I think will help with him coming back to his mother saying, hey, this is what Cregan said about the wall and what's beyond it, and then his mom going, hey, well, this is why we're doing what we're doing. So this absolutely matches up. They improved the White Worm. Thank God her accent is already a million times better. I know this is just a snippet of dialogue and maybe it just was really good with this line, but I think they dialed back how heavy her accent was from Season 1. I'm assuming when she's saying there's more than one way to fight fight a war, besides blood and cheese, she's talking about causing unrest in King's Landing, which is what we see with Alicent and Helaena running from a riot during the funeral procession. Unrest in your capital is going to hamper your control of the throne. That end shot with Rhaenyra in front of her dragon is breathtaking, along with the ending music. The music in general for this trailer is just phenomenal. So now, really quick, I'm just gonna jump all over the place because I have not been going in order. Sunfire isn't as impressive, despite how she's described in the books, how much George went on and on about how beautiful the gold dragon was, and the showrunner talking about how hard they worked to make the dragon just absolutely majestic. From all the looks we got in the trailer of Sunfire, she's still very underwhelming. Aegon, however, in his armor looking all determined and pissed is sexy as hell though. Seeing a soft alcoholic go to war is going to be absolutely great. Aemond is definitely getting some sexy time scenes this season. We see him laying his head on the lap of what I'm assuming is the witch, but maybe he's just going to pump and dump all over the realm, I don't know. The transition from the man stepping in the puddle to the sea and the sea snake's fleet was so gorgeous and well done. I've watched that transition so many times. I really hope we get some of those amazing transitions in season 2. I'm excited to see more of the sea snake and him having actual dialogue in these trailers. His fleet will be instrumental in cutting of supplies to King's Landing and is a good way to start riots, as we again saw with Alicent and Helena's funeral scene. As the White Worm said, there is more than one way to fight a war. Hunger will turn people against you quickly, which may be the hands reaching up in the beginning of the trailer, begging for food. I love the confidence of Otto that as news spreads, the realm would come to Aegon's side. Otto's huge problem has always been him reaching way too far, and it's going to be a shock when the people and houses he thought would come to his side turn away from them and join Rhaenyra. Of course, after that we get a shot of the houses that are on Aegon's side. Now there are too many battle clips, and I don't want to talk about each one. Just know that we're seeing Duskendale, Rook's Rest, other locations in the Crown Lands, and also Harrenhal. And we've seen plenty of people on their dragons in this trailer fighting in these wars: Aegon, Aemon, Daemon, Rhaenys. Now for some spoilery talk, that does include some leaks, so I'll keep it brief, but if you don't know your Fire and Blood, World of Ice and Fire lore, and you also don't want to know anything about any leaks, then probably stop watching. So there was a shot of what looks like Emma, Viserys' dead wife. There were leaks that Emma was going to be back in season 2 for a flashback. As Daemon's hand is seen with her, this could be a flashback showing that Daemon got Emma pregnant, not Viserys, and Rhaenyra is actually Daemon's daughter. I really hope this isn't true, because that would mean that Daemon didn't knowingly just seduce his niece, but his own child. I don't think they'll go that far. I'm just hoping this is an illusion or drug-induced nightmare by Alice Rivers when Daemon takes Harrenhal, because that thought is just way too gross. Those hallucinations or dreams could be the beginning when Daemon walks into the throne room. The same Alice, by the way, that's probably comforting Aemond in that one clip. He has to replace his mommy as #1 lady in his life due to Alicent now having love for the enemies. I kind of wonder if this clip where Otto is saying as news spreads the other houses will come to their side, is Aegon trying to fire Otto from his position as Hand of the King, Cole standing there to take up the position. It could make sense. Finally, we definitely saw the twins duel in this trailer. So I loved this trailer. I watched it quite a few times, but let me know what stood out to you in this trailer. What did you like most? Which did you dislike? What are you most looking forward to in season 2? And what is going to absolutely break your heart?